There's a lot of traffic about. Ah, dear. Well, it's a really nice weather today, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to get out on the bike. I've really not been out on it very much lately, and the reason for that is I fell off it a couple of weeks ago. Really ridiculous thing to do, but I did it. Okay, I think where's he going? Don't know where that young guy's going. His positioning's a bit odd. Never mind. Yeah, I've not been doing very well lately with bikes. I test rode a Ducati 821 about a month ago, and went and fell off that, turning it around in the road. Only slow speed, literally just at walking pace, turning it around in the road. I thought I got the balance of it, and all of a sudden, nope, I didn't. And it was on a crash on the ground before I even knew what I was doing. And I did, parts wise, I did 1,700 quid's worth of damage to test bike, which was brand new with about 2 miles on the clock. So that wasn't good. So that was a painful lesson. And then I did it to my own bike basically. I was just pulling it over a junction, and stupidly I had it in second gear, and funny enough, I'd done it about 5 minutes earlier. I tried to pull away in second gear and stalled it at the traffic lights, and then I went and did it again. And hello, what's that all about? Yeah, went and did it again, and at this time I was turning right, and promptly off the bike I came. Now, normally, really this wouldn't happen to anybody probably, but I've got a very weak right leg, which I have carried for years. It's from a very old injury that happened about 20 odd years ago, even more than that actually. And so I tend not to use it apart from obviously to walk, but I don't really bear weight. I can't bear a lot of weight on it. I couldn't like hop up, I couldn't hop on it, or kind of, I can bear my weight on it, but I can't like jump and bear my weight on it. And so I don't tend to think of using it. Even if I say jumped off a step or something, I would land on my left leg and the right leg would just be there doing nothing. So consequently it's very weak, and of course both times I was turning little right turns when I did it on the Ducati, and again on the Honda when I was just doing a slow turn, which would have been alright on the Honda. As I say, I hadn't stalled it and suddenly it had just stopped. Leaned over sort of thing, and that was it. I don't think I even thought in the split second. I wouldn't have even reacted with putting my leg down, because I'm so used not to using it in that way. So ended up with broken hand, broken brake lever, and some straces and scrapped. I was trapped under the bikes. Well, my foot was trapped under there, but I slipped it out. Luckily I hadn't got my boots on. I'd just ridden down in my shoes it was just a little shopping trip 5 minutes down the road. It's actually lucky because I could slip my foot out of the shoe, which meant that it wasn't any longer trapped under the bike. But then I had a few scrapes on the bar ends, and as I said, the new mirrors which I just put on it because the bike had fallen off its stand and broken the mirror while I was on holiday, so I just replaced that. That's scratched again. And so the brake lever was broken, so I had to replace that. Cost £35, very easy to do, but as I say, a couple of guys helped me pick the bike up and were very kind to me, and it didn't want to start immediately. I imagine that the fuel had shut off and it took a while for it to pump it back through, but away she went after that, and apart from that, a few scuffs on it. I've got away with it again, but it's kind of knocked my confidence, and it's made me think about this bike and the ride height, seat height on it really, as much as anything. It's I wonder if I'd be better off with a little lower seat height as well. It might make general just sort of slow speed stopping and things just a bit safer for me. So I've been looking at lowering kits for it, which for about £50 I can get these lowering kits on the strut arms on the suspension, which I can sort out, and that would give me about a drop of 1 inch or just over an inch on the saddle height, which at the moment I can, most of the time I can get my feet down flat, especially if I've got thick heels on, and so that's where I am at the moment with this. It's such a good bike, the NC750X, but I can't really find anything that I want to change it for really. There's nothing that really, unless I spend a load more money, that really kind of makes this sense as this, because most of my, I do a lot of trips to the shops in it, so having the tank space and the top box on the back, it's just so practical for me. It's incredibly economical, and it doesn't go badly either, so it's a real quandary for me, but I would like, so I'm going to try this anyway. I think we're going to lash out £55 on these short arms, and I really want to go faster. It's going a bit slow now. Yeah, so that's one thing. The other thing, the other big news with me really is that I've sold the Harley Davidson, the Iron 883, and I was getting to the stage where I really wasn't using it, and I was just using it as like, it was almost like a piece of artwork sitting in the garage, and I was finding it increasingly uncomfortable to ride on. Even though I changed the seat back to the original. And but it wasn't really the seat, it's the hard suspension on the back, the short progressive shocks, and the fact that I was just getting fed up with the noise. I just kind of was too loud for me, so I had the options really of reverting it or changing the shocks again to something better and more suitable, and changing the exhaust. Really, the only really option with that was going back to something standard. I didn't really want to do, so I decided it's best to part with her. Otherwise she's just going to sit there collecting dust and losing value. So it went very quickly. It was very popular, had loads of offers, and it was sold within about 3 or 4 days. So I've got plans to have 2 bikes again. I'm retired and I want to cut my costs back a bit, and I actually don't, I think I'd just like to pour myself into one bike. That's how I feel now. After having 2, it was nice, but you can only ride one at a time, and that's just the way I feel now. I just think let's stick to one. I might change my mind next week, but there we are at the moment. So, and Well, as I say, my only concerns about this new Honda is that it's actually a bit tall for me, and can't see a bloody thing, and sun's right in my eyes, and so we're going to try this lowering kit, I think. If I don't do that, then I think really probably next year I will have to think about changing it. But as I say, I find it really difficult to kind of pick something in the reasonable price range that really does the job like this does.